Deputy Speaker, sir, if I say words like endometriosis, polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, PMOS, uterine fibroids, I'm sure some people won't even know what I'm talking about. These are, in fact, medical conditions from which women suffer severe pain every month during their menstruation. I have heard many people saying, but why should women benefit from a menstrual leave when our mothers and grandmothers used to go to work with this pain? What they fail to understand, Deputy Speaker, sir, is that the incidence of such hormonal imbalance has increased over time. And that is because we are exposed, let's say rather overexposed, to what we call endocrine disruptors found in plastic, pesticides, and beauty products. No woman should have to go to work in pain, holding her belly and in tears. It is simply not human to force a woman to work in such conditions. Et grâce à ce budget, Monsieur le Vice-président, une femme pourra dorénavant rester chez elle et se reposer avec un paid leave en sus de ses congés de maladie. In the same vein, Deputy Speaker, sir, I also applaud the initiative of the Honourable Prime Minister for the establishment of a Centre of Excellence in Cardiometabolic Care and Research, whose objective is also to provide dedicated women's health services for hormonal and metabolic conditions that include PMOS, from which today many women suffer. And this, Deputy Speaker, sir, shows that the Prime Minister is a man of vision. Monsieur le Vice-président, je dois dire aussi, pour être honnête, que l'honorable Premier ministre est aussi un homme de parole. Je suis parmi ceux qui étaient allés à la radio pendant la campagne électorale pour parler d'une mesure qu'il avait annoncée à l'époque, c'est-à-dire revoir à la hausse le congé parental. Cette promesse, Monsieur le Vice-président, a été accomplie lors de ce budget. Je me souviens que certaines femmes du gouvernement sortant à l'époque venaient critiquer cette mesure. J'ai entendu aussi l'honorable Johanna Béranger faire de même plus tôt. Mais pourquoi posons-nous tant de questions quand il s'agit des droits des femmes? Sommes-nous moins humains que les hommes? Pourquoi hésitons-nous quand il s'agit de nos droits? En anglais, on dirait ceci. Why are we so apologetic? We give birth. Our bodies need to recover, and we need time for this. Pourquoi devrions-nous avoir peur? Cependant, Monsieur le Vice-président, ne soyons pas hypocrites non plus. Si cette mesure n'est pas soutenue par des provisions légales appropriées, il y a un risque, un gros risque même, que les entreprises n'embauchent pas suffisamment de femmes. Mais Monsieur le Vice-président, l'Equal Opportunities Act, qui encore une fois avait été voté sous le Prime Ministership de l'honorable Dr Navin Ramgoolam, impose déjà une obligation pour qu'il y ait gender parity lors d'une embauche. Je ferai donc une requête à l'honorable Premier ministre pour que les sanctions pour non-respect de ces provisions soient endurcies. La procédure aujourd'hui est ainsi. Une personne fait une complainte à l'Equal Opportunities Commission. Ensuite, il y a une investigation qui est faite par l'IOC et un rapport est produit. Ensuite, the matter is referred to the tribunal. The tribunal will hear the matter and will make an order. And if the order is not respected, it becomes a criminal offense. This is a long process. There must be a process whereby penalties are imposed on employees who refuse to recruit a woman. There must be severe penalties, quicker and less cumbersome procedures. Il ne faut pas que les femmes souffrent à cause de cette mesure. Et il ne suffit pas de demander aux entreprises d'encourager les femmes de work from home. Nous pouvons nous inspirer des pays scandinaves afin de mieux encadrer cette initiative. On another note, Deputy Speaker, sir, everyone must have seen images circulating on social media recently concerning healthcare staff allegedly under the influence of drugs. Such images can be seen every day of the general public. It can be anyone, not only of healthcare staff. I must say that some even take pleasure in posting such images, either to fool around or to blame the government. However, there was an outrage because these images were of healthcare staff who deal with the lives of people. Rightly so, Deputy Speaker, sir. It seems that this scourge is affecting everyone in our society. It transcends gender, ages, any background, or all other considerations. You will be shocked to hear that as many as 8,136 people go to take their methadone dose daily at methadone dispensing centers. Some of them are professionals, and these include also frontliners. Frontliners, Deputy Speaker, sir, ought to be sober, and they should have their full senses when dealing, especially with the lives of people. And here, when I'm talking about frontliners, I'm not talking only about medical or healthcare staff. I'm talking about all frontliners. That is why, apart from the 80 million rupees being allocated to NADEC in the fight against drugs, I commend the Honorable Prime Minister's decision to allocate a further sum of 50 million rupees to each ministry in order to integrate the fight against drug trafficking and substance abuse across their policies and operations. However, it will not work if we do not introduce a valid drug testing program, because aucun récalcitrant ne doit échapper au filet. Après tout, il y va de la sécurité et de la vie de nos concitoyens. Deputy Speaker, sir, let me be clear that there exists no legal obligation for these people to be tested today. They have the right to refuse, even when dealing with the lives of people. But if we are dealing with the lives of people and we don't have a valid drug testing program with a proper legal framework and applicable to all frontliners, like it is in some countries, across all ministries and departments, all this money and all our efforts will go waste. As for us at the Ministry of Health and Wellness, together with Minister Bechu, Deputy Speaker, sir, we have adopted a policy of no retreat, no surrender. Oui au programme de prévention, mais fini les discours, les grands discours, je dirais, qui ne mènent nulle part. Aujourd'hui, il faut que chaque famille touchée par le fléau de la drogue sache où aller ou vers qui se tourner. Ils doivent savoir sur quel numéro appeler s'ils veulent dénoncer un trafiquant de drogue. Ils doivent savoir qu'ils peuvent appeler sur le 148. Ils doivent savoir où aller si jamais il y a une victime au sein de leur famille. Ils doivent savoir qu'ils peuvent aller à l'hôpital pour qu'ils soient prodigués les premiers soins. Ils doivent savoir qu'il existe aussi une hotline au ministère, et ce hotline, c'est le 800-1022. Ils doivent savoir aussi qu'il y a des centres de réhabilitation pour leur prise en charge. Et là, je profite pour saluer l'initiative de l'honorable Premier ministre quand il a fait l'annonce la dernière fois lors de son allocution pour le budget, qu'une partie de l'ancien hôpital Bruno Tchong sera reconvertie en centre de réhabilitation. Parce qu'il faut qu'on sache tous que les centres de réhabilitation qui existent en ce moment ont des places limitées, mais aussi des budgets restreints. Par ailleurs, dans la circonscription numéro 11, Monsieur le Vice-président, nous sommes allés en ce sens depuis l'année dernière. Nous avons bien compris cela. Mes deux collègues députés de la circonscription numéro 11 et moi-même, we have started a series of consultations with the Ministry of Health and Wellness, NADEC, social workers, and NGOs. We unanimously concluded that such practical information should be imparted to the general public. Nous sommes très conscients que les marches et les discours ne sont plus efficaces. Nous irons donc dans les villages avec des ONG pour donner ces informations. Nous ne voulons pas qu'il y ait une génération de zombies ou de malades. Speaking of diseases, Deputy Speaker, sir, there is an urgency to address the increasing number of non-communicable diseases.
You've got only 2 minutes to go.
Let me give you a few statistics from 2022 to 2024. We noted an average of 8,274 cases of heart diseases, 4,132 strokes, and 4,830 diabetes mellitus. Last year alone, there were 633 cases of amputation in our small Mauritius, and some are still complaining about the rise in sugar tax. What this tax does, Deputy Speaker, sir, it is a blessing in disguise. It allows a parent to give 1 chocolate bar instead of 4 or 5 chocolate bars to their child in order to avoid these kinds of diseases. Yes, under the leadership of Minister Anil Bechu, we have already a prevention plan, and more budget has been allocated for this. We also have diabetic and cardiovascular centers, trauma units, stroke units, palliative and curative care, but we want to ensure that people don't have to go to that extent. I will end my speech, Deputy Speaker, sir, by narrating a small story of a lady, a fictitious one, named Vidula, aged 75, who suffers from several medical conditions. She complains of deafness, bone degeneration, weak eyesight, high BP, and a heart disease. And when she goes to the hospital, she's given different appointments, she goes on different dates, meets several doctors, and is given several medications, among which we can find the famous paracetamol for almost all these illnesses. Today, with the geriatric wards that will be set up, in all of the 5 hospitals around the country, they will no longer have to go through these processes. There will be an all-in-one form which will be filled so that she can avoid such ordeals. To conclude, Deputy Speaker, sir, the healthcare system is certainly facing challenges today. Make no mistake, it is like this everywhere in the world. We are all sailing in the same boat. We must therefore ensure that we are all rowing in the same direction. But if anyone happens to drill a hole, they should not complain then if the boat sinks. What we need more than ever today is solidarity, unity, to create a healthy nation. I seize this opportunity to extend my warmest gratitude to the Honorable Prime Minister, his junior minister, and all his team who worked tirelessly to make this a reality, and I therefore fully support this bill. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.
Thank you.